imagination mover. And the doctor is definitely on. I'd like to take everyone's imagination, since I am the official imagination mover, and put you all in the body of a future transgender woman. Yes, and this means a lot to me because I have been exactly for 1 week, Jeanette Godin.
Yeah!
Yes. Anyway, so, but this is a future transgender woman. And this is transgender woman, you're sitting there in the courtroom, waiting for your case to come up, and pretty soon you hear the robotic auto judge say, walla 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 walla, whiff and poo 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 poo, wish flush 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 flush. And of course you go up there, and you go up to a long table that you stand behind, and the auto judge says, please state your full name. And you do. And then he says, do you plan any nefarious things to use with your new name, and gender. Of course you say no. And then he tells you, he says, please lay down on the table before you. But before you do, please take off your shoes and all of your clothes. So you do, you take off your shoes, clothes, lay down on the table, face up. And you notice there's a big machine there up at the top of the ceiling. And it starts coming down towards you. And as it gets closer, you notice a full-length mirror inside it, and you can see your reflection inside. And pretty soon it completely envelops you. And it's very quiet. It's very dark inside. And then pretty soon you hear the auto judge say, engage transition. And then you hear your skin is feeling all tingly all over and everything. And then you hear the judge's voice say, disengage transition. And it stops. And the machine goes back up to the ceiling. And you look at that mirror as it's going up. And you're now not only half your age, but you're a beautiful woman with big boobs.
Yeah.
And a cute little vagina. Check it out and everything. And it goes all the way up the top. And then the judge says, the auto judge says, please step off the table and put your clothes and shoes back on. And so you do. And then you go over to the robotic auto clerk for your brand new ID, and it says, please step this way and put your hand out towards the slot before you. And you do. And out comes this crystal info thing. It's your crystallized ID. It's amazing. And you start walking towards the exit door of the courtroom. And then you get to the doors. You notice they're locked. And the judge says, stop where you are. I have just received some nefarious info on you regarding your new name and gender. And then he fires a blue beam at you. And you fall to the ground. And then some robotic security guards come over. And they're picking you up. And you suddenly realize that not only you have your old name back again, but your old body as well.
Thank you.
And now we're going to bring up to the stage here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, Lady Zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to get this started.
Excellent.
I know I don't have my road crew, as you say.
Yeah.
They're little tiny sprites, you know. That
people want to volunteer, you know.
You need any help or anything?
A couple of them take the microphone.
There you go. There you go. That's good, Peter.
And now I'd like to welcome to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Lady Zeitgeist.
Yeah, lady. Ooh-ah. Oh. Okay, my brother. Try this walk right.
Okay, who has the camera in this building?
Camera. Where am I around out of here?
Alright, I'm going to start us off with an instrumental. It's actually a brand new one called Black Swan. Oh, you got Dr. Green.
Yeah, she's out.
Okay. Yeah, so this is called Black Swan. Wrote it the other day. It's going to be on my upcoming album. But speaking of albums, I have a new one out called Alchemy, and I am selling them. But anyways, we'll shut up and play. And now for my next tune, I'm actually going to welcome to the stage. This is actually a tune from the new album, Alchemy. Yeah. Go and bring up Higher Ground. It's Peter and Jack. Hi. And this song is called Gypsy. I might have played it here once before. But
Turn it on, sweet.
Of course, of course.
To flip it twice.
Okay,
There you
now, so it's that. This is called Gypsy. Ready?
Yep.
Say that I'm a bum and a waste of space that I threw my whole life away. No, I don't have a house and I don't have a car, not a billionaire, no California, but I don't watch no tears and I watch no things and they don't look fair on me. I'm not slave of the 9 to 5. Yes, I'm a gypsy, a very run society, but I'm a constant only way of yes, I'm your gypsy. I'm ready to tell the plastic world. I wear no shackles as I spread my wings to fly. Yes, I had a job writing this here song. Today it shows a hobby, but it's my memory soul. Doesn't have a picture or dollar signs, just to prove I would value something more than cash. Oh, it's like I'm too cold, sometimes frightening, so damn difficult. Not at all romantic, but then I say someone got by these songs, stepping out in the dark, giving me love to carry on. Yes, I'm a gypsy, a failure of society. I walk on this path, the only realm I'll ever need. Yes, I'm your gypsy, I bring the time that has built, but I wear no shackles as I spread my wings to fly. That you saw on the television. How am I supposed to look? How am I supposed to be surrounded on drugs? You say I'm such a failure, cause I don't follow no American dream. I'm here to tell you now that I'm more free than I've ever been. Society, I walk on this path, the only way I'll ever need. stay on here.
And now we'd like to welcome to the stage James Conrad, ladies and gentlemen, reading Zerto Queen's House.
Yes.
How long is Zordo gonna be?
Oh, you should see the conditions of the house when he gets to cleaning them. Well, you know, his method of cleaning, it's a little bit different. Well, yeah. But, you know, there's an allegory to it, because fire is very cleansing. It does kill bacteria. It's not exactly just clean. And with me, one of my favorite people to have back me up, no kidding, because she just knows how to create a mood. Lady Zeitgeist.
Yeah.
And I love that new one you did with Pete and the other cat who just come. I mean, I thought that sounded really good. You know, like that bluesy thing and stuff. So, the trial in the case of
Turn the mic on.
Oh, sorry.
I turned
That would help. Whoa.
Good idea.
Wow.
There you go.
And that, yeah, do you like a Whopper and a large Coke?
Fries again?
So, as I was saying,
You'll be up there.
the trial of California v. Ruiz continues in episode 15 of Zurdo Cleans House. Richard Stevens called each of Zurdo's 6 surviving brothers and sisters to the witness stand, offering each of them the same line of questioning. Each talked about his gracious and positive disposition and how everything changed when their oldest brother Javier was killed in a car accident and their father died of a heart attack during Javier's memorial service. I think when Javier died and then our dad died right after that, a part of Zurdo died also, said Ramon. How so? Asked Mr. Stevens. Well, he wasn't as happy as he used to be. It seemed like he wasn't interested in things the way he used to be. He didn't care about much after that. He began to close himself off, said Louisa. It was like he was out on some island millions of miles away with a wall around him 100 feet high. He began messing up at school, said Antonio. And some days I'd run into him at the park and he'd be hanging out with a bunch of cholo scumbags, drinking, getting high, acting stupid. Did you talk to him for extended periods of time when he was with his friends? No, not for very long, said Antonio. Mostly I'd say hi, he'd say hi back, we'd talk about little things, we'd keep it simple. But I tried to dip out as quickly as I could when he was with his friends. I thought they were a bunch of disgusting punks. It was very hard on our mother when he went down that bad road after we lost Javier and Dad, said Annalisa. He got picked up by the cops for things like shoplifting and trespassing, or they'd catch him with some weed or a 40 at the park or something. You had the truant officer coming to the house about once a week at one point. It was pretty bad. Did my client ever steal from you or anyone else in the family? Asked Mr. Stevens. No, said Annalisa. But once my mother found his stash of stuff, she kicked him out. It was the last straw. She'd had enough of everything. What was in the stash? He had some weed, some meth, a bunch of pills. Did you see him after he was banished from the household? Occasionally, we all did, said Annalisa. It was really hard to be around him, though. You could see that the drugs were doing a number on him. In what way? He was all skinny, his hair was falling out, he had that zoned out look in his eyes a lot, and half the time he had no energy. I understand that your brother did some time in jail, said Richard Stevens. Yes, said Rosa Ruiz. What were the circumstances of that? Not much to it, said Rosa. He'd stolen a car and went for a joyride, and they found some crystal meth on him, and on top of that, it was enough for him to get a felony drug possession charge, so they gave it to him. And for how long was he incarcerated? They gave him 6 years and he served 5, said Rosa. Did you correspond with him during this time? Not for the first year or year and a half, but Josefina used to draw him pictures and we would send them, so he would write to her. Did you see the letters he wrote to her? Yes, said Rosa, smiling as her eyes began to grow moist. He'd say that he loved her and that he was being good and trying to stay out of trouble so he could see her again. And what happened after your brother was released from prison? Asked Richard Stevens. It was like the difference between night and day, said Ramon. Zurdo cleaned himself up, stopped using. I gave him a job in my landscaping business, and he was very reliable. Then he started taking on other jobs. Landscaping jobs? Yes. So up to this point, your brother had stayed out of trouble. Is that correct? Yes. Richard Stevens nodded and turned towards Judge Connors. No further questions, Your Honor. Of course, Kendall Reichardt offered his usual cross-examination. So from what you tell me, your brother had no interest in engaging in any criminal activity after he was released from prison. May I ask, how are you able to be so sure that he had no intention of returning to his old ways? When he got out of prison, we were in contact with each other every day, said Josefina. If we didn't see him every day, face to face, we'd talk on the phone. I guess looking back, he'd been away for 5 years, so he was probably trying to make up for all that lost time. I see, said Mr. Reichardt. He turned to Judge Connors. Your Honor, I have no further questions. Thank you very much. And tune in next week for episode 16 of Zurdo Cleans House, and give it up for Lady Zeitgeist.
Yeah. Deep into this trial now, James Conrad. And now I'd like to bring to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Danny Ames.
You just unplugged me.
Oh.
You unplugged me,
Oh.
so please plug me back in.
Oh, shit.
People gotta stop doing that.
Oh, well, we gotta get some gaffers to
Hello, there you go. All right. Danny Ames, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, thank you.
Good read, man. Thanks. You want your seat up?
Oh, no, I'm just going to plug this in like... Oh, no, you'll go. You're on my way. Yeah, I can. Just got to find that thing.
Nice chops.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting on the moon, staring at the earth, wondering about my rescue. Mission control, where are you? I blasted off the earth about a week ago. Boarded the moon in a day or two. No rescue pod inside. Mission control, where are you? The risk was clear. I had no fear. I made my peace, got into gear. Here I sit, staring into whoa. Here I sit, staring. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. Here I sit, staring into space. Mission control, where are you? My air's running low. With little water to go. No rescue pod inside. Mission control, where are you? Thinking about my life go by. Getting the radar wide oh wide. Where's my rescue pod? Mission control, where are you? I looked up into the sky. Thought I saw a light pod go by. Fell asleep and drifted away, 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 away. Off I go into space. Mission control. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Finish with a classic song. Classic campfire song.
All right.
Headed down to the land of the pines. I'm a highway in the North Carolina. Staring up the road and I pray to God I see clear light. Made it down the coast in 17 hours. Beautiful cake, the door could close. Hoping for around and see my baby tonight. So rock me, mother, the way you will. Rock me, mama, any way you will. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Running around the cold, up in New England, I was born in East England, an old time dreaming. My game was the top, I kick banjos now. Oh, the North Country winds kept me down, lost my money playing poker, so I had to leave. But I ain't turning back to living that old life no more. So rock me, mama, the way you will. Rock me, mama, any way you will. Hey, wanna rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, wanna rock me. Walking to the south, out of Roanoke, got a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long joke. Headed
least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, hey, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like the southbound train. Hey, 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 mama, rock me. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Thank you.
Danny Ames, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Danny Ames. Well, that is it for our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you so very much for being here. We will be here next week. Our feature will start promptly at 7. He's coming all the way from Los Angeles, having come all the way from England. So we will be seeing Connor Cogland next week. If you remember, the tall blonde, sings with his eyes closed, but lots of passion, lots of feeling. So please show up for that. It will be his last time here in America for almost a year. He'll be going back to Great Britain. He's got a bunch of stuff to do there, and he'll be touring around Europe for about a year, so we won't see him again until then. So please send out email to your friends saying that Connor is going to be here and they should come. Now, another nice thing for all you guys, he always brings a bunch of ladies with him. So don't bring your girlfriends. Okay, thank you so much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Till next week. Night-night, everybody. Good night, Granny Rose. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're not going to give us the national song?
No.
Damn. Night doesn't feel quite complete.
No time but the present.
Night is
Well,
not
thank you as always for hosting.
Yes, thank you.